The day has come. The welder has showed up, amongst other things. Spent well over $1,000 getting this stuff ready so I can be ready to start making pie cuts and doing things. But we already got the saw and already tested out. I liked it. It works very well. That would be the box there. This is the sander and that's the welder. So let's unbox them. Now it's unboxed. So as you can see, nothing fancy with the belt sander, just belt sander. Then this is the welder. And it came with all of this. I did Black Friday, so I think I paid under $700 for it. It's a high frequency TIG with pulse. So you have all the dials to control, start, main. I'm letting you guys read. You don't have to have me read it to you. But it is AC and DC. And it's also 110 or 220 or 240, whatever. So we're gonna hook it up. I was going to weld, but the one thing I forgot it doesn't come with is tungsten. So came with cups and all that stuff, but no tungsten. And I went to the welding store, bought a tank, got some gloves and some rods so we can weld this. I didn't get any tungsten, so can't weld it yet. Gotta go back to the store. So it is what it is. Okay, we are halfway done welding the intake manifold. I'm a little rusty, so these aren't as pretty as I would like, but they'll definitely hold. They're not like horrible looking, they're just not perfect. But it is also cast, so it's almost impossible to clean all the way, so it's still going to be dirty, contaminated. But we just closed all the holes except for these two, because we need those two to bolt this to that. So I'm going to grind all this flat, and we'll probably grind these to match this angle. Same on this side. I welded it a little bit to match it already. But we're going to clean it and then put this on, and that will be the intake manifold done. Okay, got it grinded and got it all welded. That would be my favorite one right there. It's about as perfect as I got it. Again, it was just a little dirty. It bled into that, which was dirty, and it's not the best, the perfect job in the world, but it will definitely do. And I've definitely seen a lot worse. But yeah. So that's it. Now we go ahead and bring it in. Put it in the car now. Okay, so I've been working a little bit, and we got the manifold back at the shop. And I've cleaned up the top of it. Just went through, wire wheeled it, and then I've Scotch Brighted it to clean up. Got the fuel rail back in there. Had to modify it because if you remember, this was designed to bolt on, and this was built to go on before everything else. So to make it removable, I had to notch this and then drill through this tapped hole. That way I can run a bolt up through there and have a nut. So we've got it all on. We just need to bolt the throttle body back on, and we can bolt it back on the car. So, and now it's installed. I want this to be duller than what it actually is, a real brushed aluminum, but it will have to do for right now. There's been so many nice days, and the car's been down that I can't drive it. I just want to drive it, so I'm just leaving that the way it is. It looks good. It's just, I think there's going to be too much polished aluminum on this side and not enough here, so it's going to look a little unbalanced, but we'll deal with that later. The main thing is that all this is going to hold now. So, and then you can see that's what I had to do to make that fit. But up here you can see it, but it's not bad. So we've got the radiator in right now. I'm about to do the intercooler and the 2 pipes. We're almost done. On the bottom, all I have to do is the drive shaft. And then pump fucking gear oil in, which is like the worst part of any engine pull. But yeah, it's coming along. Okay. Except for the catch can and the charge pipe, we're all bolted back together in the engine bay. And yeah, as I already said, this all looks a little too shiny compared to over here, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. It still looks fucking amazing. I'm being nitpicky. Why the charge pipe's not in there is, if you recall, this coupler used to be blue. Because it was longer. I've had this for a while, but this is too short for my just 45 degree and the filter. So since I have my welder, I went and got some of my old pie cuts that I've had. This was actually off of the REW swap I had in the car. So I've cleaned both sides up and I've already mocked it in there. And, well, I need to put it in there and mark it. But then we're going to weld it. So, hold on. Okay, here it is, all finished welding. It's not my best work, but you know, I'm rusty, new machine, still trying to figure out the programming. It's still a little too cold. I should have ran it a little hotter, but we can adjust that. So this piece goes right in here. Kind of like that. And then this filter, hold on one sec. Filter goes like that. And so now we have clearance here and here, where before we were rubbing. In fact, you can see the little mark right there where it was rubbing. So we'll just clamp there and there. And there's our new intake system. So it's looking a little shiny everywhere, but so we have 3 things left to do: install the drive shaft, put oil in it, and put a gear oil in it. That's it. Well, install the catch can if you want to, but the car will run and drive after those 3 things. So I think I'm going to call it a day, and we'll come up here tomorrow, Sunday, and we'll do that bright and early, and hopefully by lunchtime we'll be driving this thing around, giving her a bath because she desperately needs it. But she's dusty, but still pretty. I'm really liking that in there. That looks a lot better than the old piece. It's really popping against the red. So, number 1, drive shaft. Okay, we got the dry shaft done, the oil, and the gear oil. Go ahead and try to start it. Well, still don't have any oil pressure, so I'm glad it didn't start, but we definitely need more. I don't think I've ever started it. Let's move that to 14, and then come over here and interpolate. Yep, no oil yet. Let's keep cycling. Shit was scaring me. I turned off the camera, I just cranked it one more time, and you can see oil pressure is falling now, so we built pressure. So, I still need more fuel post-start, it looks like. So, come over here. And we'll page up, page up, page up, page up. And then, let's go ahead and start it. May have been too much. Let's get our foot down here so I can. I think it's a little lean. Or our idle is just super low. Yeah, that's what it is. That's how much vacuum leak I had. But we need to let it warm up because it will go a higher RPM once it's warm. Yep. Of course, it's on E85 too, so the fact that it's 53 air intake there, but it's actually like 40 outside. So we need to see what this is. You can see how quiet this thing is. All you hear is the injectors and that downpipe rattling. So now we let it warm up and we'll bleed the coolant. Okay, I wasn't even going to put any of this in the video. I was just going to end with it starting and revving, but whatever. Y'all get some bonus footage. So what happened is apparently the CD009, I don't know what the deal is, but when I went to go drive it, I had no clutch. And this is the pivot for the fork and the throwout bearing. And this is the one off the CD001. So I've had to literally pull it right after the video back to where we started. Pull it all back out so I can switch these out. So I can actually have a clutch. So, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed the video. And I'm literally busting ass this Christmas Eve. And I'm going to have this back in, hopefully test drive it Christmas Day. And then this weekend, the 26th, I'm going to go Touge with some friends of mine. And we're going to get a lot of footage. So that's going to be next video. So make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay tuned for more content. Thank you.